Hey everyone, I'm going to show you today how I tone my client to help transition her beautifully growing in gray hair into her old faded highlights. So this client has been growing out her roots for quite some time, and we were over bleaching her hair. I feel she's gotten light enough that we can color correct and make those hues more gray, so that way it can blend in really well with her natural color. So I do section out my client's hair, the front area from the back, because I do formulate two different colors because she does have a darker gray for the back of her head versus a more lighter gray for the front. And I'm all about Redken Shades. I love this for toning, and my favorite tones I use are V's and T's, N's and NA's. And for her back, I use a mix of shades 8N, 9T, and 7NA with 6 volume. I definitely wanted to deepen and darken her hair, but I didn't want to go too dark to where it was going to create a line of demarcation. I wanted to blend in with her natural regrowth. And then for the front of her hair, I toned using shades 9V and 9T, equal parts with 6 volume, because I definitely wanted to ice her out, but have a variation of a brighter, lighter cool tone for the front and a darker, cooler tone for the back. And now I know that it's not going to completely cover and get rid of her underlying pigment. Toners usually last 8 to 10 weeks, varying on how often the client washes their hair and how hot of water they use. So she knows she will come back in 10 weeks and we will retone her, but the blend is so beautiful. So after we are done processing, after we're done applying the color, we let it process for a solid 25 minutes. And as you can see here, it does start to look dark, but do not freak out. You have to let it process and do its thing. And this is the back. And this is how the side looks. So you can still see some of her original pigment, but it ends up blending so beautiful. So let's check out her after. Ready to boost your profits behind the chair? Visit awealthyhairstylist.com today. So after my client is done processing for 25 minutes, we rinse her with cool water, and this is her hair blown out. So she definitely still has a slight transition from her gray to her old hair color, but it blends so beautifully and it definitely has a cooler tone. She gets so many compliments on it, and I love the transition. She personally didn't want like dark gray, black hair with icy white. I think it blends nice. It's kind of like she's kissed by the sun, but it's still ashy, it's still cool, it still has that gray hue, and the transition is so soft from her natural regrowth. I absolutely loved how it turned out, and looking forward to seeing her back in my chair for her toner in 10 weeks. So if you forgot, this was her before, and with the toning application, this is her after. And I absolutely love it. Lots of shine. She has her depth put back in that has lightened up over time, and she still has dimension, so her natural gray can still grow in beautifully. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you want more of this content, and looking forward to seeing you back on my channel. Thanks so much.